Hey guys, I just figured I'd do a review of Tales from the Hood, being how I didn't do. I did a review of the sequel the other day, but I just want to talk about why this movie works and why that movie doesn't. And I figured that would be a pretty interesting video. Um, I'm going to call it Tales from the Hood versus Tales from the Hood 2. Maybe that'll give some views and maybe people will understand a little bit why this movie works compared to the reason the new one doesn't. I'm pretty sure if you have a brain, you would know, but I just like to geek out and do this shit. So I'm going to. Tales from the Hood, you have, I want to say his name is, I gotta look at the back because I always, Clarence Williams, or is it Lawrence Williams Jr.? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Oh, Clarence Williams the third. Sorry. Yeah. Anyway, he plays Mr. Sims, and these three gangsters go to a fucking funeral home. He tells them three scary stories, or four scary stories. I don't really remember at the moment. Oh no, it's four. Okay, so I'm probably not doing this in order. One of them is about a puppet, or puppets, I should say, that kill a guy. I'm being very, very, very vague here because I want you to see the movie. This movie is definitely worth checking out. Another one is kind of Rodney King esque, about a black man being, ow, my eye, about a black man being beaten by the police and killed. And that didn't happen to Rodney King, but that that happened in the story. Another one is about a child who sees a monster in his room. Okay, and another one is about a guy who kills a guy, goes into the justice system, and then gets confronted with all of his own personal demons and all the people he killed. Okay, so that's four stories. And this guy that played Mr. Sims, man, holy shit, he was good. And these gangsters keep talking about the shit. Like, he has the shit, that's why they're there, because they're looking for their shit. They left their shit somewhere, or somebody stole their shit, and their shit ended up in this fucking funeral home anyway, the drugs. And Mr. Sims keeps going, the shit. He keeps like referencing the shit, and it's funny as shit. Like, it's really fucking hilarious. And I think everyone has seen this movie knows what I mean. It's really funny. Um, but okay, so anyway, that's what happens. The shit. Anyway, so what you watch this movie, and it's got each story has its own like moral, or it definitely talks about the basically the at the time the way the hood was. I guess I don't know. I honestly never. I lived in the hood in Regina, Saskatchewan. It was nothing like South Central or anything, but uh, so anyway, I loved it. It had a point. It had a moral to the story, sort of, and it had a great ending. It had a great wraparound story. You get to the new one, Tales from the Hood 2. You've got Mr. Sims played by a different guy because, unfortunately, Mr. the Third is dead now. I don't, Williams, Mr. Clarence Williams the Third, or Lawrence Williams the Third, I can't remember already. But he's dead now, so they got a different guy playing him, which I know his name, but I just can't think of it right now. But okay, this is the wraparound story. Of course, if you've seen my video, you know he goes and tells a robot stories. Where's the fucking hood in this? From the moment Tales from the Hood started, you had really cool music, like really creepy funeral music, and you had an atmosphere that was hood-like. Each story took place, I think, in the hood. Some of them it's questionable, but you would assume they're based in the hood. These stories, there's one story in Tales from the Hood 2. In retrospect, the story is literally two guys going to date rape girls, and one of them is black. That's about the only thing. That is the most racist fucking thing I've ever actually like thought about, man. Like, that is fucking racist. Like, why is this Tales from the Hood? Because there's a black guy in it with dreadlocks or braids or whatever the hell he had. Like, is that really? Like, that's what I think. Like, anyway, I don't know. That's what it looked like. Uh, and the movie itself, like, then all the stories. Okay, you got a story about those guys. Okay, you got a story about the doll that's in the one I was just talking about in the first movie. One of them, anyway, is in it. The main doll, I thought it was the weakest story of the first movie, by the way, I want to say. But I do want to say that the first movie, every story hit. Like, for me, to review it is stupid because, and I might do it just for fun, but I have to say, like, Tales from the Hood is a flawless movie. It's like, it's almost flawless. It's damn close to being flawless. I honestly am one of the few people that hate the doll story, but mind you, I don't usually like the things that everyone else likes. Honestly, I think the doll story is lame, but in this one, the doll story is even lamer. And then you got that stupid one with the frat guys, which has nothing to do with the Hood. The last story is arguably okay, except for the first time I watched it. I honestly didn't know what was going on because they were cutting it fucking wrong and the editing was shitty. And the wraparound story is garbage. And the third story, I don't even remember it right now. Which in my first review I couldn't remember the last story. I don't remember the third one or the second one or whatever the fuck one I'm forgetting. Anyway, um, anyways, the whole thing is about this movie, these movies, is that you have this first one that's so solid and so awesome, and it literally brings back memories. I remember my friend renting this, and I didn't want to rent it. I didn't care, and we watched it. It was fucking awesome. It was great. It was one of the best anthology movies I've ever seen. Still to this day, it's probably my favorite anthology movie I've ever watched. The wraparound story really kicks in at the end, and it fucking makes the movie awesome. Um, the whole thing is that Tales from the Hood is like a 9.5 out of 10 for me. It's like basically right on the money. If you've never seen it, I strongly suggest seeing it. Seriously, check it out. But like, okay, I'm sorry. I was in the middle of watching or listening to the 22 Shots of Moose podcast. Hey, free advertising to the three people I know. And I was watching their Predator thing, and I just automatically wanted to talk about this. Um, okay, so I can honestly say, like, if you're going to go into to buy the Tales from the Hood series, like the two movies, I highly suggest you just buy the first one. The second one is garbage. I'm promising you it's garbage. You don't need to see it. It's like one of those movies, it's kind of like the remake of Children of the Corn. Yeah, Stephen King was involved, but who gives a shit? That's exactly what happened with this. Yeah, the same people were involved, but who gives a shit? They don't have the same mind state they did when they made the first one. You know, naturally, as an artist, you change, you evolve, and that's what's happening here. They're trying to it's almost like a parody of itself. It's bullshit. I hate it. Avoid it. Thank you for watching. I'm Billy Pop. Please like and subscribe. Bye.